Hey everyone, it's Ian at ESLExperts.com. Today I've got 3 resources to show you from the shop that are dedicated for our A1 students. We've got An Ordinary Day, which is a choose your own adventure novel, Gramino Basic Verbs, and Get Your A1 to Talk, a collection of conversational mind maps with accompanying vocabulary sheets. So let's dive in. An Ordinary Day is a perfect first book for your A1 students. It's written with A1 vocabulary in mind, and it's also broken down into bite-sized little chapters. And this is also what gives us the choose your own adventure portion of the resource. You're always going to start with chapter 1 that gives you the beginning. You can either have one student read the whole thing out loud, you can play popcorn, banana, however you want your students to engage, do that. And then at the end, they have to make some kind of decision. Here you can stay in bed or they can wake up. You can have them vote as a class or have an individual choose. Whenever they make their decision, you're just going to follow the chapters here on the left. So if they say they want to wake up, go to 22, start the next chapter. And then do they go to the hospital? Go to 7. And you keep going. There are some dead ends to the story where they're going to have to start over. And then there is one good ending. So one happy ending. And this is how you finish the resource. The Gramino Basic Verbs is a domino-inspired game using 25 of the most basic A1 verbs that we could think of. I've also been using this with LearnCube along with Zoom. So what I can do is use only the whiteboard function of LearnCube, give that link to my students, have them log into the whiteboard so they can interact with the whiteboard, they can add to the whiteboard, they can see the whiteboard, but all the teleconferencing is happening on Zoom because I have a little bit better connection that way. Another thing that I really like about LearnCube is that I can simply drag and drop my elements that I want. So if I'm playing this Gramino first verb, I could simply just go ahead and drag and drop a few randomly here from the virtual version folder, and then I can start playing quickly with my students. There's a lot of some instructions in the teacher instructions. You'll find some different variants of this game, and with the LearnCube, you're able to play it just like you would with the paper version. So that's why I really like it. Get Your A1s to Speak is a collection of 6 different mind maps with accompanying vocabulary lists. So here's an example. This one is talking about cities. So we have a vocabulary list that, of course, has to do with the city and things about town. Now, the way that this works is that students are going to look at the vocabulary list and then try to fit one of those words into one of the bubbles by, of course, making some kind of phrase. And you can, if you want to, you can do it completely just orally, or if you want, you can have them add some text via the Zoom platform, or you can write their text for them, or they can just add it to the chat, which would probably be the easiest. That way everybody has a record of it, you can look at it, you can check, you can make corrections, and that way they're using the vocabulary that they already know. They're finding out some other vocabulary by listening to other students, and of course, speaking. 3 ESL activities for online and offline. Available now at the shop, link down below. There is a lot more information, more examples, more photos, everything on the website. This was a very, very quick overview of each of them. So what are you waiting for? Teach better.